Hungar's chaotic neutral live stream. I got Justin with me. Shadwell is running late, I guess.
He is, as usual, a slacker.
He has been running late a lot lately, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's all like, "It's surf time, bro. I need to get my surf on. It's California."
California, man.
Yeah, always there with his fucking tie-dye shirts and his
It's,
fucking...
oh, looky here. We got DM James. All right, I'm going to play our...
That's a very odd-looking shadow.
I'm going to play my new theme song for the show, everybody. So I hope you like it, and if you don't, I don't really care. It's my show. I laugh at you kids for falling down. I'm good.
It's a Soviet national anthem.
I used to have this one. Okay. We're not gonna get
struck. Do it and not like get a strike for it. I know what song I would do for my channel.
Yeah. We're not gonna get strict for playing the song. We're gonna get strict for a hate crime.
Yeah. I want to start off this show by saying something very, very dear and important to me. Fuck Ukraine.
Oh, that's mean.
It's
not the Ukrainians. It's the international elites and the lizard people.
The people, and you know, I say a prayer for the soldiers out in the field every day. Hopefully that they're not going to get killed. Of course, I say a prayer for both sides because people seem to forget, not to make your show overly religious or political, but both sides are my Orthodox brothers.
I especially put a prayer out for the Ukrainian troop carriers, those women and their unborn children.
But
now, time for the real theme song for my show.
So how was your surf trip there, Shadow? We assume you were hanging, and that's why you were late.
Women are stupid, and I don't respect them. That's right, I just have sex with them. Show me your genitals. Your genitals. What? Show me your genitals. Genitalia. Show me your genitals. Your genitals. What? Show me your genitals. Genitalia. You're talking to me about stuff. Why? I'd rather see your titties. Now you're talking about other stuff. Why? I'd much rather see your titties. I can't have sex with your personality, and I can't put my penis in your college degree, and I can't shove my fist in your childhood dreams. So why are you sharing all this information with me?
He is probably one of the best things to ever come out of Canada.
I can't shove my fist in your childhood dreams. So why are you sharing all this information with me?
That's one of your boys, Justin.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Actually, maybe not.
If you can
'cause he's
shove
got a
your
French
fist,
name, so
if you can shove your fist where he's suggesting, it's probably well worn, and you should find something else to play with.
I'm just saying he's he's Canadian,
Yeah.
but his last name is LaJoy, so
Yeah, yeah.
he's
I come from a long line of Parisians, so
All right, guys, and one more thing to show everybody.
we're
This is the
we're still
awesome.
gonna mock the French though, because they're
Thank you for helping me with this, Justin Thor.
yeah. The the under no shadow is not intentional, apparently.
The new shirt is the awesome.
Yeah, I know Bruce went out and got one right away.
Yeah,
I'm still looking for the one I bought. I don't know what the frick happened to it.
I'm waiting for his strike on his T-shirt channel for just reusing art. So,
Hey, I'm changing the art. The art is being changed.
What is it,
I don't know.
20%?
I think there's rules about it, but
yeah,
You see, that's not Conan. That's Afro Hungar.
weird Afro Hungar.
still.
Oh.
So how's everybody doing today?
Great,
Good, all right.
I managed to fix the camera. It looks like the brightness was set to 100, which in the shadow I can't tolerate.
How's Shadwell doing today?
He's doing fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, it's going to be burger night.
This Friday,
I got a
we
game
ain't got
tonight.
shit to do.
Yeah.
I actually got
I'll
some
be right
painting
back.
in. We're Mini Warmut is doing a painting challenge, and I got inducted into it, voluntold, and it was good because it was good considering how I just got through doing a get off your ass and do shit video series, and finally got my speed paints in, and they're working like a freaking charm.
Yeah, I gotta know who sent you the whole set.
I wish I could tell you.
All I can say is that competition, if I were in it, you guys would already be smoked.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't know how you do it, man.
I'm retired and got nothing better to do.
I'm retired too, but I've been on the phone probably 20 hours this week.
I've gotten a lot of sleep this last week. It's very impressive.
I really wish I could say the same. You would think that I would.
Is good painting. There's a meme out there that changed my entire life, and it was the Pirates of the Caribbean meme.
I don't know.
And the English captain is like, "That is the worst painted army I've ever seen." And then it shows Captain whatever that Johnny Depp played, and he's just all like, but it is painted. And I was like,
I've seen that. I've seen
like,
that.
Yeah, that's.
I'm telling you, the slap chop, zenithal primer and speed paint, it really, it gets shit done.
It gets it done. Yeah. When I decide to paint up a unit of my dark elves, that's how it all goes.
It's why
I can get through 10 or 20 spearmen in a couple hours.
It's why armor painters have been using that technique for decades.
Yeah, I just found out about it this year, and I'm working on that one piece, the giant pterodactyl looking thing with the snake man on it, and the wings just turned out freaking incredible. I wish I'd known about it a long time ago. Okay, 3 years ago. Prior to that, I wasn't really painting.
So far today, I am finishing up an Empire fleet. I've done some Bretonians. I've started and I'm close to finishing up a Chaos fleet. Like, here's my Slanesh capital ship. It's a, and then I've got a couple of squadrons of Iron Sharks that I need to finish up their masts. And as soon as my masts get done outside, I'm going to put masts on these corn flame whatevers. It's basically just a skull with a bunch of guns. So, yeah, been knocking some stuff out.
I'm just working on the Shadows of Brimstone stuff because it's one of the few games I have that I can, play solo and feel like I'm not just I don't know, cheating or whatever you want to call it, or not playing
Cheater.
not playing properly, because it really has a really good set of solo rules. The card system. That's how I got the little guy, hooked on gaming in the first place. And I've still got 100 models to assemble then paint before the end of the year, in which point I will receive 500 models from Archon Studios, Dungeons and Lasers, all kinds of pirates, and there's 4 big factions. There's a dragon turtle. I kid you not, it's like this freaking big. Every dragon turtle I've ever seen is like, if you're lucky, the size of half a softball, which to me,
What do they call them? Why do they call them dragon turtles instead of just like giant mean ass turtle?
probably because of the breathing steam effect that they have from back in the old
That's what
days.
I was going to say. Probably the breath weapon.
And the one time I encountered one in a game time, I was playing this half-orc fighter assassin, and that thing dropped me from like 80 some odd hit points to like 1 or 2 in one attack.
Should have killed you.
It should have killed you.
Yeah, it should have, but it didn't. And
that's what you get for playing a fighter assassin dual class.
Well, it was Dungeons and Dragons, that's half-orcs, that's what you do.
Yeah, because half-orcs have unlimited leveling in the assassin class.
I'm still not a big fan of dual class.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want unlimited leveling as a half-orc, thief or assassin, I think are the only way to get it.
Yep. And the character went on to make it 250th level in assassin, had his own guild, the whole bit, and it was a lot of fun. But ever since then, I've looked for a decent dragon turtle, and they're just not out there. I'm certain that you can get a 3D printed one that will inspire some fear on the table, but otherwise they're dinky, especially back in the old days in 25.
No, the way you do it is you get yourself a real turtle and just sit it on the table and let it knock the miniatures.
You're not wrong. You're really not wrong.
But if you want to really go hardcore, you get you a freaking snapper and throw that some bitch on the table. This is a dragon turtle. Still with it in real life.
And if the turtle dies eating one of the miniatures, you just make soup.
I've had turtle soup. I was just talking about that like the day before. I had an ex. Her mom made dinner, and thank God there was cilantro in it because I'm definitely allergic to cilantro. So I took one bite, went, I can't eat this. There's cilantro in it. I'll end up in the hospital. And I skated out of that experience, and it was nasty.
Turtle's not bad.
The turtle soup was not good. Just
turtle gravy over rice is pretty decent, actually.
Yeah, yesterday we had mashed taters, meatloaf with carrots, and a mushroom gravy.
I made that hamburger helper, homemade hamburger helper, which I boiled up some macaroni noodles. I made a cheese sauce, fried up some hamburger, and threw a butt ton of taco seasoning in it and mixed it all together.
I'm going to try and make meatloaf this coming week for the first time ever.
Meatloaf is tomorrow. I'm making meatloaf tomorrow.
Meatloaf is freaking epic, and the boys like my meatball recipe. I figure I'll use that, change it up just a little bit, and it'll be good. I wanted
you gotta glaze it in something. That's the key. You gotta glaze it in something.
What I do is I hollow my meatloaf out before I cook it, and I stuff it full of mozzarella cheese.
That's just not meatloaf at that point.
Yeah, it is. It's meatloaf with a cheese
cheese
center.
roll.
It doesn't matter. Everything's better with cheese.
Yes,
I
it
remember
is.
going hunting for soft shell turtles
Yeah.
and then take them down to the end of town, River Street. And those guys down there would pay you money depending on how big the turtle was.
Because the mama cries.
Yeah, no, you gotta glaze the meatloaf in something so it doesn't dry out when you're baking it, man.
Hey, guys, funny story about turtles. When I moved into this place, there was a turtle pond in my backyard, like 20 feet away from where I'm sitting. There was a turtle in there. The previous owners just said, F it, we're leaving. You can have the turtle. We didn't want the turtle. Turtle didn't like us. We didn't like it. So we took it to a place called Lake Elizabeth. And it's about a half-hour drive from where I live.
Yeah.
Let them go, right? Here, be free. You got the whole lake to yourself.
The bastard came back, didn't it?
No. Lake Elizabeth dried up last year. It's a salt flat now. There's nothing there. Just pure freaking sand and dry desert thanks to last year's drought. So I was like looking for the turtle shell. Couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Well, they can walk.
Thought it would have stood out, but nope.
How big was it?
Rest in peace, Bob. Bob was the turtle's name.
How big was it?
Things started getting a little bit iffy. He probably up and walked his ass on out.
He's like, nope. He noped out.
This neighborhood's getting bad.
We see him here doing that. These streaky gems, they call them. Sometimes soft shells. They'll be walking right down the center of the street. They're like, yep, I'm done with wherever I was. I'm going to some other place. But
I'm guessing the coyote got him.
Yeah, the black guys down on the end of town would pay quite a bit of money for turtle, depending on how big it was.
Like how much is it? Quite a bit of money.
Well, back then it would be like if you got a really big turtle, like a big one, one of those soft shells. They might give you $15 for it.
Yeah, $15, $20.
$20 is $20. And that was back in the 70s, 80s?
80s.
Yeah.
As a kid, that's not too shabby.
We all know what you would do for
we'd also sell them possums and raccoons.
Hey, that's a new player's handbook back then.
Yeah. They'd buy the possums and the raccoons, but only if you left the feet on them. Because, we would butcher them and skin them and everything, but you had to leave the feet on them because
so they knew what they were.
Cats. So you had to leave the feet on them so they could look at the feet and know that it was.
And they'd buy all the catfish you could get.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We go noodling down by the lake and pull catfish out and take them down there. And then those old dudes, because there's a couple old dudes that would always be sitting out by the street selling fruit.
Morning, Raven.
Hi, Raven.
Hey, Raven. And we would pull up with whatever we had and be like, hey, we got this. And they'd be like, cool. And, a little bit of trade would go on. Plus, if you were,
like when I was in Alaska,
if you were into smoking, those guys knew who all had the smoke. You know what I mean?
When I was in Alaska, when we'd go salmon fishing, we were able to trade the salmon.
Oh yeah,
straight to
for scrimshaw.
For scrimshaw and for smoked salmon, because they'd be right there in the river smoking salmon.
Hey, Hungar,
Hungar,
do you remember a place called Mafia Mike's?
No.
It's a pizza joint in Anchorage.
I think where Hungar, that's up near Eagle River, wasn't it?
Yeah, Eagle River, Anchorage area.
What were you doing up there?
Living.
Well,
duh.
Look at him. I mean, he wants to say the North Pole, but he's just going to say Anchorage.
Our bio dad, we have a lot.
I was running a small slave trade.
One last, I heard that our uncle No longer with us.
And that's Uncle Cheryl.
No, Lynn too.
Since when?
That's just what I heard last night from our madre.
Oh,
Mama said that Lynn had passed up in Alaska.
Sorry for your loss, guys.
yeah.
He was one of our great uncles. So,
All uncles are great.
you know what I mean, though. He was I think our grandfather was the youngest of the bunch of them. And he already has passed as well. So we lost our great uncle Cheryl last week, but I mean, the guy was in his 80s.
85.
And Gary is up there too. So we'll probably lose Gary. And I think Steven is already gone.
Yeah, Stephen died.
I mean, I'm 50. My biological father died at 70 something. So these guys are way up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I do remember, though, one of my best memories is I did talk to my grandpa on the phone for a while before he died. I was always his favorite.
I got to call my aunt today. She's up in her 90s and the last living relative I have. Thanks for reminding me.
My grandpa Morris was always I was always his favorite, him and his wife Helen. But Hungar was named after him. Kinda, sorta. In a way.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird, man. You get in your 50s and all of a sudden, you know.
I thought Hungar was named after an ad campaign for
all of your uncles and aunts and shit like that.
The Hungry Man
dying
meal.
Because it's just the way it is, you know. Just age. It gets us all. What is it? Robert Morrison said, life. No one gets out alive.
I thought he
That's
said, why are you on Facebook?
Jim Morrison said no one here gets out alive.
Yeah, Jim Morrison. He said, why are you on Facebook? See, that doesn't even make sense.
It's funny, though.
Is it? No,
Yes.
that's the question. Is it, though?
Yes, it is.
Okay, let me rephrase that. It's silly.
That's
That, yes.
still,
And I can laugh. It's silly.
yes.
People
with mirth can laugh at silly.
I have no respect for silly.
Yeah, Grandpa died in 2009.
Sad, lonely, miniature painting weirdo that's got his his camera inverted.
Do I?
Yeah,
No, I don't.
yeah, that shelf should be on the other side.
Oh, he's right. Normally that shelf is on the other side.
Which shelf?
The one where you've got the magnets, the miniatures magnetized to the wall, like so they're sticking straight out of the wall.
It is never on the other side. You guys are
always
it's always on the other side.
Yeah.
Your
This
camera's
one?
inverted.
Yes.
You guys are full of shit. And Hungar,
No, I promise you.
I'm going to tell Mom that you were in on this.
Everything that I hold holy, it is always
Every time
on
you
the
say
other
I'm going
side.
to tell
bro.
Mom,
Yeah.
that's the freaking, that is the greatest.
Hungar, pull up one of his videos.
You're full of it. That's what
I'm getting ready to prove you wrong, brother, and then you're going to have to eat some crows.
I don't mind.
And then we're going to call your mom and tell her.
You won't care what you think.
Your mom
I'm
cares
gonna call
about what
Mom.
I think more than she cares about what you think. She's a nice lady.
I will call Mom and tell her.
Well, you are a favorite son.
Only because I'm sick.
Well, it doesn't really matter why.
Can you blame her? I mean, seriously.
No.
I don't know if I could even go on if something happened to Jackie. You know, I can't even picture, you know, a worse thing happening.
Things happen to him every day. He doesn't mow the lawn enough.
I mean, something bad, Justin.
That is
All
bad
right,
for his
bro.
people, okay?
Nah, he loves
Check,
it.
check it out. Check out the camera. Check out the video. You see where your shelf is.
But the shelf literally is on the right side of me.
Yeah, but on your video,
It's on the left.
it's different.
It's on the.
That is
See the picture
that is
of
weird.
your video.
Yeah. You telling us your camera's been inverted everywhere else?
I guess.
Always?
So we were right.
You,
So I'm calling mom.
yeah. Call her right now.
I am.
Calling.
Okay, this is going to be a classic. You got to put her on speaker, though.
It's always on speaker.
Good for you.
Well, she had to go to Lexington today, so
She answer.
Yeah.
It's me. She answers me while she's in church.
Oh, shit.
must be nice.
Hey, Papa, I was calling to tell you and Mom that my brother, DM James of the James Gang, was just mean to me.
Yeah,
Yell at him.
he was mean to you.
Yeah.
Why
And
you
all his
talking
friends.
that way?
Yell at him.
Where is he?
He's on video with me. Yell at him.
Chip, you being mean to your brother?
No, they're
I was
lies.
slapping you around the head.
they're being a bunch of asshats is what's going
Can
on.
you hear me?
Yeah,
I
he
heard
hears you.
Be nice to your brother.
Oh,
I've
believe me.
punish you severely.
Yeah,
No,
believe me.
That's my favorite boy. You be nice to my favorite boy.
Wow.
The revenge
Wow.
that's going to happen is going to be epic.
But remember that time that you went out to lunch with your son and me?
Yeah, but you're my favorite though.
You're my favorite.
You know, I'm actually doing a live stream right now, and all of my audiences and guests heard you say that.
They've heard me say that.
Yeah,
So.
you're my favorite.
Let's be more
All right.
needlessly
We gotta
petty.
go. We're just finished eating.
Well,
Party on.
I love you, Mama. Yell at my brother for being mean to me, Mama.
Don't be mean to your brother, Chip.
Oh, geez.
You got the chip.
Love you, Mommy.
I love you too.
Love you, Papa.
I don't have a favorite. I don't like any of you.
And that's why she's not ever.
Yeah, I said I was going to call you, and James was like, she's in Lexington. I was like, it don't matter. She answered the phone for me. She answers the phone for me when she's in church. He's like, must be nice. I was like, it is.
Okay.
You guys drive safe, okay?
What, honey?
Drive safe. I love you.
I love you too.
Bye-bye.
What's coming up?
When my foot feels better,
How's that feeling? Is it getting any better at all?
it's getting a lot better. The infection's gone away.
Well, that is good. That means you're going to keep the toe.
Yep.
Awesome. So whenever you come up, we'll figure out when we're going to Florida for a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I always get good news from the doctor. I'm cancer free still yet.
Yay.
And I don't have to come back up here for 6 months.
Nice.
6.
That's nice. Not every 3 months. So. Anyway, you go back to your live stream, honey.
All right. I love you.
I love you too.
Bye-bye.
So you're talking all this shit, and you plan to come down here in a couple months? You are brave.
Mom's gonna be with me, so I ain't worried about it.
Yeah.
Can't protect you.
You gonna stand there? You're gonna play a nice game of Man of War, and if you don't behave yourself, I'm taking all your ships away.
No, Mom will whip out the belt. So, who wins?
I do.
Your mom. Your mom wins.
No.
Yeah, Mom
I'm taking-
wins.
I'm taking
I don't
back
have
your-
a favorite. I don't like any of you.
That's why I said I'll win.
You got to get a shirt with that on it, with your mom in some sort of, Red Sonja sort of thing with your mom's face on it.
Yeah.
The headdress and
A
everything.
little creepy.
Yeah, she's way too modest for anything like that.
Yeah.
No, just the face. The red hair and the freaking.
You get like a profile picture and a word bubble that says, "I don't like either of you."
I don't like either of them.
I don't like either of you.
Yeah, Raven. These guys are hysterical. What the hell is that?
Well, if you'll take care of your diabetes and maybe get your foot back to health.
I'm taking care of my diabetes. I let it run rampant. It's doing its own thing, man. It minds its business. I
It's
mind
not
my
a
business.
puppy. It's not a puppy.
Yeah. You're supposed to put it in submission and kick it in the grognard or whatever. The
In
old
the
French
grundle.
soldier. Yeah, you're supposed to find an old French soldier, write the word diabetes on his shirt, and then kick him a bunch of times.
Punch it in the grundle.
Yeah.
Because
we
started Conan last night on the Crom's Hideout 6-man guild server because it was a fresh wipe because of the new update.
Right.
So me and Justin here, we're gonna do a little PvP. We're gonna blow some shit up.
That's what you guys do.
Find some people and magulate their junk.
I didn't name my character Hungar. I named him
I've
Crunt.
never heard that word before.
Mangulate.
His name is Crunt Grundle Puncher.
That's why I always say that Justin is a freaking potato-headed Irish guy because all he's ever wanting to do is bomb shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, I just really like that tall dude from The Stand, the miniseries, up until he started peeling.
Oh, the guy who blew up everything.
Yeah.
Let's blow some shit up.
Well, the same guy who played Max Headroom.
Yeah. It was like a.
That was a good show. Max Headroom.
Yeah, I was just watching a video on that last night.
That shit was
that
way
was,
before
I
its
think,
time.
MTV back when MTV was decent.
And played music.
I played music.
Yeah. Imagine that, folks. MTV actually, once upon a time, actually played music.
Yeah.
Good
And
music,
played music videos.
but good music.
Which killed the radio star.
Yes, it did.
That was the first song played on
MTV.
MTV.
And then MTV started playing 16 and Pregnant nonstop. So radio came back.
Yeah.
Well, YouTube.
I mean, if I want to
Andor,
see
you want a good
16
radio
and
station?
Pregnant nonstop, I'll just go to Sloan's Valley.
If you want a good radio station, make your
Or
own.
BBL.
Or BVL, yeah.
Buenaventura Lakes. It's a large Spanish community, so you can go there and see 16 and Pregnant all day.
Yeah.
Hey, TCG,
Hey, Crafty.
what's up, buddy?
Yes, but it's not in English. Crafty, bro. How you doing?
Yeah, you got to read subtitles.
Yeah, in person. all the Spanish people just walk around with like a notepad.
Right.
They freeze frame after saying something and hold it up so you can read.
Hey, I
Insert
actually
name, what's
understand.
up?
Insert
I
name. Haven't seen you
understand
in a while.
more Spanish than you think.
It's not as funny.
I mean, I don't speak it very well, but I mean, I can ask a patient if they're having a heart attack or chest pain or whatever.
I
El
understand.
grande
Taco,
cato de los
sí,
pantalones.
taco.
That's my Spanish. Hola bonita. And el grande cato de los pantalones. Hello pretty, and I have a large cat in my pants.
Yeah. What was the one
that must be kind of uncomfortable,
my pants
Hungar.
are on fire? El Pantalones in not Frega because that's cold.
I'm doing good. And sir, you guys missed out. Our parents yelling at James here for being mean to me on video.
They didn't miss out. Nobody needed to see that.
Raven needed to see it. She thought it was great. Shadwell and Justin enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it was entertaining.
I'll tell you this, I'll never forget it.
It's the best thing that happened all season.
I'll tell you what, you should clip the part where Mom says, "I don't have a favorite son. I don't like either of you."
Yeah,
you should clip that and make that part of like your opening.
I don't have a favorite son. I don't like none of you.
Yeah, I don't like any of you. Like, damn, Mom, that's a thank you, I guess.
Thanks, Mom.
I bet it's T. Claude.
But I don't know. I may not sleep well tonight just knowing that my pops, who I was talking to last night and telling him how much I loved him for raising me and shit, like on a live stream said that Hungar was his favorite. After I spent all that time last night basically sucking up and being like, I love you,
bro. You gotta learn something. You can't buy love.
You guys gotta understand.
You can only buy a half hour of happiness.
You gotta understand something about this. When our pop was down in Florida, me and Hillman James went out for lunch, and no shit, sitting at the table while we're eating. It's so good to be out eating lunch with my son and Hungar.
Yeah, that was pretty hilarious.
He said that, no shit, sat right there at the table. He's like, I'm so happy to be out having lunch with my son and Hungar. And I'm
he respects you as an adult.
I'm sitting here like, WTF, man? I'm like, what am I, chopped fucking liver?
hey, my boy still claims to be adopted, so.
Well, can you blame him?
Yeah.
No. But I showed him.
He's the son of your lovely wife and the lawnmower.
And the lawnmower.
Yeah, well, you know, Mexicans.
The lawnmower man, maybe, but the lawnmower, not so much.
It's like Justin's t-shirt. Why do you call a Mexican without a lawnmower?
Unemployed. Thank you for that one, Hungar.
I'd say roofer.
Nah. I've met roofers that were Mexican. I know, I did it first summer.
No.
Roofing is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Roofing in Florida.
There are many things much worse, like working in a restaurant. I found roofing after working in a restaurant much easier.
You never roofed in Florida during the summertime.
Believe it or not, Hungar, it gets hot as shit in Canada.
But it does get hot as shit in Canada.
Yeah, I did some roofing in Santa Ana, California in August.
Depending on where you are in California, it can get up into the 90s.
90s, it gets to 120 where I live. 115.
You live in the desert.
Well, I meant Canada. Depending on where you are in Canada, it can get up into the 90s.
I remember one year when I was in North Dakota in college, I got a sunburn, and then that night we had a blizzard roll through with like 6-foot snowdrifts. But
remember those glasses you had to wear in Alaska that had the slats on them?
No, there was no snow on the ground. It was hot as shit. We had a car wash that day to raise money. I mean, it was a great day. And then that night, snow. And this was in April.
Sounds almost.
And the car
Not
wash
fun.
was like that scene from Dodgeball, and Hungar was the dude in the Speedos.
That's right. It was like, get in there deep, boy.
I was thinking the scene from Zoolander at the gas station, but that works.
It wasn't a car wash. He was
When you're
working
having
at
a
fucking
gasoline
gas
fight
station.
with your friends,
He
and
only
then
had one customer, and he keeps requesting Hungar.
when you have an innocent gasoline fight with your friends, and it ends up with them all dying in an explosion, and people don't think I'm smart and stuff.
But
Zoolander was great.
yeah,
Zoolander
It
we
wasn't
already
awesome.
go out in the
I
winter.
can't stand Ben Stiller, but I'll give him that.
Ben Stiller brought us such classics as Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder is a good film.
And you know, if you had
Anyway,
to
hold on,
choose,
I'm trying to tell a story, Hungar.
all right,
You should know this. When you go out in the middle of the winter in Alaska, you have to wear special glasses or you will go blind.
yeah, snowblind. You gotta wear sunglasses. Hey, Cal, what's up,
We
buddy?
all heard it the first time.
Welcome to the show, Cal.
I
No.
assume it's the same way with Canadians.
No.
No?
You guys don't get snowblind up there?
No, we got what's called good eyesight.
Yeah, well, when the sun's bouncing
That
up
makes
off
no
of the
sense,
snow and
dude.
hitting your eyes, good
Yeah,
eyesight
you
doesn't
just kind of
matter.
squint a little bit. Works fine.
Justin, you're such a dumbass.
He is, right? You can't take anything he says seriously.
Now, here's a serious
I
question.
just say it's not that part of Canada, man. Maybe
Here's
up
a
in
se-
fucking Nunavut or something like that.
Here is a
Besides, we're
serious
used to it. We
question.
build everything out of snow.
Serious question. If you had to pick a black dude to play Iron Man, who would you choose?
The same one that plays him now.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. Just in his Osiris makeup.
I don't know. I'd like to see Kanye try it. That would be funny as hell.
Nah, Robert Downey Jr.
I'd like to see
Thunder.
Kanye West play every part in the movie.
Well, I don't know about Pepper Potts. That would be kind of
No,
weird.
that's especially why.
Especially Pepper Potts.
Especially Pepper Potts.
Kanye everything.
I mean, like everybody, the background actors,
Kanye.
everybody.
You know,
Free
with
Kanye.
deepfakes, that could be a possibility.
Oh.
I was always a Kanye fan, and now I like him even more.
You know what I thought though? Kanye almost lost me as a fan for a minute.
When he married the Hobbit,
Yeah, when he married the Hobbit, I was like, Kanye, you can do so much better. This
just
chick
because
has
she
been
hangs
ran
out
through.
with just because she hangs out with a wizard that has hairy feet and lives underground. Hold on a second. Hey, baby, bitch, is you a Hobbit?
South Park. But I'm just saying, it's like you're Kanye West. You can get women. This chick's been ran through by everybody.
Yeah, but she's super rich.
But so is he.
Yeah, but if you're rich like that, you can't be hanging out with no po bitch, because when you divorce her ass or she divorces your ass, she gonna leave with half. Haven't you ever like heard Go Digger?
I
If
have.
you ain't no chump, say we want prenup. We want prenup.
Well, there you go then.
Mhm.
Problem solved.
He didn't
Don't marry
sign a prenup, so he got some of her money. But the best is Kelly Clarkson's husband. The
What?
shoes on the other foot. She decided that she wasn't happy in that relationship, so she decided to divorce him, and she paid all kind of alimony and child support because he got the kids.
How bad was she as a parent that he got the kids? Like, fuck, you know how bad.
Especially in California.
Oh hell! I was just gonna
Yeah.
say that's like unheard of. You could literally
Yeah.
kill half your kids, you'd still get the other half.
I've seen upstanding fucking pillars of the community
Same here.
lose custody to fucking meth heads.
Dude, I literally know one
And it's
that,
like
that happened to. And yeah,
that's when a judge needs to be freaking introduced to my form of justice. The lamp
I got
post and the
everyone
rope.
beat when it comes to custody stuff.
What?
I had custody of my daughter when she was young, and I still had to pay child support.
Oh, that's
like I had
fucking
legal custody, but I still had to pay child support.
like,
I remember
but
that.
that's not right. Like that's the opposite of what's supposed to be.
I considered it a fair enough trade.
Yeah.
At least
Oh,
I had
Check
it
this
was like,
out.
you were
Check it
literally
out.
robbed. You should sue the judge because that person owes you money.
She had to pay $1,326,161 as a lump sum. She has to pay $115,000 in spousal support a month and $45,601 a month in child support.
Fuck, man.
Damn.
I'm not happy. You told me to lose weight because I weigh 9,000 pounds now.
All right. You do you, girl.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
there's a reason why 80% of all divorces in the United States happen in 2 cities.
I was just so happy to get my daughter that I would have paid anything.
Another feeling.
And yep. That's basically it. But
Very depressing hour.
yeah.
Well, it's like drinking, you know, you start off really good and then eventually, you know, you get into the sads. Nice.
See, this is the color I'm going with the cloth on my dark elf repeating crossbowman.
You see,
yes, insert. That's 100% accurate.
Yeah, and Kelly Clarkson is the one who initiated divorce
yeah.
because of oversexual.
Boredom.
Yeah, boredom.
Yeah.
You know what?
Boredom.
Once you've been run through so much, you can no longer actually develop an emotional bond.
Well, yeah, it's actually after 3 partners, a woman loses the ability
I heard
to
7.
care bond.
I heard it was 5. So it's between 3 and 7.
Right. Whatever it is, between 3 and 7, they lose the ability to form an actual
Emotional attachment
with a man.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's exceptions to that,
There
but
always are.
but it's kind of weird when you think about it.
And what's weird is men are not that way.
Yeah, it's like the big
Yeah,
guy
it was
upstairs.
Sleep with 10,000 women, but then meet a woman and fall in love with her and be loyal the rest of his life.
So whoever Russell Brand's wife is, you're good to go.
Oh, Katy Perry?
Is that who it is? I
No,
forgot.
he's not married to Katy Perry anymore.
Yeah, but he was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, she came out and complained about Russell Brand apparently finger banging her too hard, and it pissed her off.
Yeah.
That's the kind of complaints they have against the dude. It's like, what? But they're trying to, like, he's already been completely demonetized from YouTube.
Yeah, it's a bunch of shit. It's a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
They're just
It's a bunch of
terrified
bullshit.
of his reach. Pardon
Some
the pun.
politician from England was calling and sending letters to all the social media to try and get him banned.
Yeah, you know what Rumble said?
Yeah, Rumble told him to get F'd in the A.
That's right.
They sent Rumble a letter or
bet.
called him or something, and Rumble was like, yeah, no.
I like
Yeah,
that there
they
was
sent that letter
typos
out
in
to
it.
everybody.
There was typos in it.
Well, I mean, they're an elected, English official, so you can't expect them to
Spell check things.
to know anything.
No, they're out to silence him. They're afraid of what he's been saying.
Yeah,
And,
because he's been talking stuff about the jab and
everything
other
else.
things,
Everything
and
else.
They're all pissed off about it.
Yeah. So Bill Maher, you better watch your shit.
Bill Maher.
Yeah, Bill Maher keeps agreeing with Bill Maher. Be safe though, because
He's a scumbag.
yeah,
Yep.
he's an edgy boy sometimes, but he'll never actually.
He's a system shill.
Yeah, he's a system shill. He's fine.
Like I said, a scumbag.
Yeah.
But
Now says that Katie wanted it rough though.
I'm just saying.
She's complaining now.
Yeah, she's jumping on the bandwagon. Look at me.
But
Katy Perry, you do not need to be an attention whore. You got those nice fun bags.
I have a question.
I can't remember last time I even heard of her before this.
Serious question.
Okay.
You can exponentially increase your life by 15 years, but you have to give up meat. Would you do it?
Fuck no.
You mean if I stopped eating meat, I'd live an extra 15 years?
Yes.
No.
No. If I found out that my life would be 15 years shorter if I kept eating meat, I'd go get a burger.
Shadwell?
I don't know, man. My boy's still young. I lost my old man when I was 22, and I was okay. So he's 15 years. I think I can stretch it out to this life at least another 8 years. So, nah, I'd keep eating meat.
You know what really blows my mind though? The people who built the pyramid, they were probably like, man, this work is so hard. You know, and somebody else is like, yeah, but we'll be remembered forever for building this stuff. And then nowadays, everybody's like, aliens. They're probably like, son of a bitch.
That's what I always said. It's like those ancient aliens people hate humanity so much that they cannot imagine the idea that we might have known how to stack blocks. An alien had to do it.
No, I think it's more that the mainstream, academia don't want to actually admit how old it is, which gives us a lot of weird opportunities to think it was something other than what they say it is, along with some of the other, when you put all of the ancient aliens, weird facts together, they're kind of, more than just weird.
There's a lot of times where there are lines being drawn between things that are just not connected, and that are obviously
that show is horrible. The way it's edited and put together, but there are
with the whole thing everywhere.
I'm getting ready to do something I never do, guys.
What?
I'm getting ready to quote Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus on the Joe Rogan show said, everything we know about history is a damn lie.
Oh, yeah. That is absolutely 100% correct. And
now, of course, he said it because he believes that all the kings of England and the Greeks and everybody were black, which is not true.
That guy mentally retarded.
But the idea that we've been lied to about everything, I think, is true.
Yeah, so why do people give me so much shit for not giving a shit about history?
Because you fill in not giving a shit about history with fucking retarded crap.
Hey, I'm just open-minded.
I'm sorry, but freaking what's his name that was made out of clay? The green guy, fucking
Sorry.
What?
Sorry,
the green guy.
Are you trying to say sorry?
Sorry. No, it's sorry. Sorry. The name was right there on my fucking head. Gumbo?
Yeah.
Gumby was not the emperor of fucking Egypt, okay? Stop drawing pictures of fucking Gumby and telling us it's a history book.
I don't know what you're trying to say, but
exactly.
That makes even less sense.
You know what?
Tie it all together with a nice, neat bow of what the fuck.
I ruffled my hair up before saying it. It's okay.
Because it was all like,
it's
there
going to
was
be
a bunch
great.
of stuff about Gumby and the ancient Egyptians. I was like, wait a minute. I'm completely lost.
I put on my ancient aliens hat, okay?
You know what's going to be great, though, on a different subject?
Oh, that's a great parody show. You should do that. Just take an episode, take an episode of Ancient Aliens,
And
show,
put Gumby on
it, and pretend like you're what's his name in the chair, and fucking do the whole thing. But instead, every time it says aliens, say Gumby.
Here's what I'm
Here's the
looking
thing,
forward
though.
to.
There are some things I do believe in that might be considered weird. Like I do believe in ancient humans that were really smart, and their civilization probably collapsed.
Yeah,
You know, like stuff like that. I believe, but aliens, nope, no way.
There's.
But that for you, that comes from
a
a belief that there are no aliens, period, though, right?
There are no aliens, period. And even if there were aliens, there's no technology that could move them from wherever they would be to here.
I can't wait till aliens come to the Earth, because that's a whole new level of racism for me.
Fuck you, green bastards! I'm coming after
you.
Hey, Justin. Raven's got a Gumby hand puppet you can borrow. Just have it dry cleaned.
Yeah,
here's something on a different note.
No, you don't show Gumby besides like fuzzy pictures. Like you take screenshots, then make them black and white and put a grain over them.
Fuzz them out. Okay, listen to this, guys. How awesome is it going to be when everybody gets the Neuralink and somebody hacks it and just rolls them nonstop for 24 hours?
Yeah,
I'm gonna be dead long before that.
Everybody's
that's like next week.
No. Do not put me on that list. I will live out in the woods.
It's a forced shot, bro. It's just gonna
The
be airlized
Neuralink's
into
the
your
thing
face.
that Elon Musk is developing.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Never doing it.
You want Neuralink?
No, I do not.
That way you can be the first person murdered by Rickroll.
I'm signing up for the human trials. I mean, shit. What do I got to lose?
Your soul, your privacy, your secrets, your originality, your uniqueness. I don't want to put Borg. No thanks.
I'm just gonna put death metal on repeat, like Lobo, and just go on a spree.
What does he have to lose about his privacy? People watching him change his bag out.
Well, I tell Raven, if there's an Akashic Records, I'm burning down a wing. That wing would be the wing with all the information about me in it. There's there are things we've done.
James, look.
It's my favorite person in the world.
You didn't see it?
Zelensky?
No.
See the shirt?
Oh, what'd the shirt say? Oh.
It was a pair of hairy testicles. Because he's a dickhead.
That guy is the worst person I can imagine.
He's just a fucking stooge.
Well, of course he is. He's a 30-something-year-old actor that somehow got put into a position of power.
Yeah. Did you see one of the last shows he was on before?
Was it the gay dancing show?
No, it was the one where he was president of Ukraine.
Yeah, he actually was on a comedy where he played the president of Ukraine.
Yeah.
And yet we just sent those scumbags another $325 million.
I mean, again, not to be super political, but the only thing our government can ever agree on is sending money to Ukraine or Israel.
Yeah.
Imagine how many people that could be housed and fed and all that stuff.
Because they don't want that.
Money.
They don't want that because it's just further proof that every penny that goes to Ukraine 90% is going back to the Senate and Congress.
Yeah.
Right into their
Well,
freaking offshore accounts, every last one of them.
Maybe not
It's like,
that
how
much,
could
but
Nancy
it's still a
Pelosi-
fucking pretty penny.
How could Nancy Pelosi, who doesn't have that large of a salary, have over $100 million?
Insider trading.
She's
That'll
really
do it.
good
Yeah,
at
they're
picking
legally allowed to
stocks.
insider trade.
That should not be legal.
Yeah, anyone else would get arrested for it in a fucking heartbeat.
Martha Stewart went to prison for it,
Right.
and she's
And
a
she-
Well,
dead-
when you're in charge of making the laws and the rules, of course you're gonna write yourself an out every chance you get.
And
You know-
that's the problem. You're talking about a group of people that not only make the rules, but
Yep.
they also have the ability to determine when they need to vote, whether or not they need a raise.
Yeah, how is that logical or fair
laws.
in anybody's imagination?
If they're writing the laws, they should have to abide by the laws.
You
to
would
the
think.
letter.
You would
Well,
think.
There was one guy that made that a policy, but we all went to war against him.
Now it's not time to bring up your favorite. Every time we ever have a stream, some Canadian freaking weirdo has to bring up World War II.
I didn't do that. Wink, wink.
Exactly, Cal. Exactly. They are scumbags and bastards all.
Yep.
Term
There's
limits
an
for
actual
Congress.
trading app that you can get that
Yep.
just watches Nancy Pelosi's husband's trades, and anything he buys, it automatically buys for you.
Well, provided you've got the money.
Yeah, providing you got the money, because he knows whatever's going to be.
Yeah, it's a general net positive. Even if he loses half the time, you're still going to be up.
Yeah,
Term limits for Congress.
well, that should be.
I don't say
No.
term limits for Congress.
It's not
These are-
a matter of term limits. It's the people already in there need to be removed and
Yeah.
replaced with people who don't want the job. It wasn't supposed to be a lifetime, of opulence career. It was meant to be a community service, like jury duty that everybody should be trying to get out of, not get into.
Raven, are you okay? You're typing stuff.
Term.
Oh, okay.
That keeps walking across the keyboard. Yeah.
But apparently that's cat for treason.
Yeah.
You sure it's a cat, Raven? Not a raccoon
Or a possum.
or a possum? You
I've
got
seen all
possum-
three on her camera. So
You got possums now.
she's always had possum. Well, a possum.
Possums make amazing pets. The downside of having a pet possum is their life.
You have a
their
possum in your
lifespan.
house.
No,
Well,
if you actually wash a possum and you comb it out and stuff, tame it down like you get when it's a baby. They are some of the most caring, loving pets you will ever have.
Have you seen our aunt's possum?
Yeah, she's got them.
Yeah, it hangs all over. It gets depressed if she leaves the room.
But the problem with the possum is they only live a few years.
They live longer in captivity than they do in the
Yeah,
wild.
5 years is like the max.
Yeah. No. Dogs were meant to be pets. That's it. Everything else is meant to be food for us or
Cats are
something
meant
else.
to be pets.
No, cats are meant to be pet owners.
That's true.
Yeah, cats, we didn't really
We didn't domesticate,
They
we
just
didn't
kinda
domesticate
moved
cats.
And that's why I don't like cats, because they're too freaking evil.
Cats were not domesticated. They just decided to start hanging out with us.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Cats.
the reason was because of whichever civilization it was had started storing grain
I think it was the
in
Egyptians.
grain silos, which attracted rats. So cats would show up. And eventually, they'd let you pet them if you kept trying. And the next thing you know, now we got cats.
I guess that's why the Egyptians worshipped cats, because it kept
Oh.
the rats out of their silos.
Whereas
Now-
like
now-
dogs originally were wolves, and we have actually altered them to better suit whatever. There's a story where this Soviet experiment with foxes to try to domesticate foxes, and the experiment went on for like decades, right? And when they finally got foxes that were domesticated, their ears are floppy. Like, you know how a hound dog or something might have floppy ears? These foxes all have floppy ears, and instead of dragging their tails, they curl their tails up.
Because they no longer have to be on,
On
high
high
alert.
alert. Yep.
Whatever the reason is, they are domesticated foxes. But you don't want one because they're loud and annoying, and they piss all over the place. And
Yeah. Now, if cats suddenly got scales and I don't know, venomous fangs or something like that, I'd feel like they were more like their true selves.
If cats developed thumbs, we would be screwed.
Yeah. If a cat can hold a gun.
The cats only keep us around because we can open up the can of cat food.
Yeah.
That's why we need to stop making cans of cat food.
What they do in Florida,
that kills just for the pleasure of doing it.
what they do in a lot of parts of Florida is they were like rounding up all the stray cats and trying to kill them off, and then we had an overload of rats and stuff like that. So they started rounding up the stray cats and neutering and spading them, and they clipped their ear, and then they just let them go right where they were caught. So it still has the wild cats running around keeping the pest population down, but there's not a gazillion cats running around.
Yeah, because they're not reproducing.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
breeding like.
Well, cats will kill everything in a fucking 6-block radius.
For
I know
fun.
Australians are not huge fans.
Mm-hmm.
Someone brought cats to Australia, and the cats basically kill everything there.
Yeah. Well, it's Australia. They should like that. Everything there is
it's
trying to kill them.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have a cat than a freaking spider this big. So
Yeah, in Australia, it's survival of the fittest. So if the cat is winning, we know it's an apex predator.
Do you know cats have an easier time surviving a fall the higher the fall is?
Because they're made out of like
If
Well, they have
if
more
a cat
time to
jumps
pray to
10
Satan.
feet, it's more likely to be injured than if it falls 20 stories.
Yeah, like I said, they have more time to pray to Satan on the way down.
It just has something to do with
Everything
normal
under the fur
creatures
is solid
like
demon.
Humans, when they're falling, they tense up. Cats are the exact opposite. The further they fall, the more relaxed they get, and they spread out as wide as they can, and then they take the fall on their chest. There is a cat. It's still alive right now. I've seen it on TV that fell 37 stories out of a New York apartment.
You mean it
and
was thrown?
chipped its tooth.
Did
mean
you
it was
see that
thrown?
one video of the rat jumping from like 5 stories up, and you hear it go when it hits the pavement, and then it just runs off?
I mean, cats are pretty amazing animals.
Yeah.
Well,
and they
you know,
live everywhere. There's like no place that, except for Antarctica, which is completely inhabited with great old ones and Cthulhu's.
Yeah. Like you said, cats.
yeah, the cats of Uthar. If you read the Cats of Uthar, you learn everything you need to know about cats.
They've even got desert cats.
I read the Chronicles of the Dreamlands, and the cats were the good guys.
Hey, you want to hear something really cool?
They
got this.
saved what was his name, Carter or Warren or whatever. They saved his ass so many times from the moon beasts that would enslave humans and eat them.
There's a
Yeah, I just received my my Cthulhu Wars cat faction.
What?
Yeah, in Cthulhu Wars, there's a faction you could run Haster or Cthulhu or whatever, but then there's a cat faction with I forget what the big head cat is, but there's like Cats of Venus, Cats of Mars.
Speaking of
I
animals,
think Bass still exists in the Cthulhu mythos.
Maybe
There's a
that's
new
it.
guy-
I don't know.
There's
That's
a
just
new calendar
still a
out.
thing.
And
Because
this
one thing,
calendar,
I'm sorry, Hungar. Go ahead.
there's this new calendar out, and this calendar is the first calendar I've actually actively hunted down to get. And it's just 12 months, and each picture is a dog pooping in nature. So it'll
I
be like
saw that.
a nice flowered field with a black lab taking a dump.
It's a calendar, and in every picture is like some scenically beautiful place with a dog taking a dump. It's like, why? But anyway,
There are
Because
12
that's
pictures of
fucking
Hungar in the wild.
yeah, the cats. Lovecraft loved cats apparently, but what I was saying is like all the gods that we think of,
Yeah.
like Past and Osiris,
I dare you to
and
name
all
his
that,
cat.
they exist in the Lovecraft mythos. As a matter of fact, some of them, the gods of the earth, live in the dreamlands, and they are, for whatever reason, protected by Nyarlathotep.
Yeah.
He
Were
protects
these stories written by Lovecraft or others? Because I have
Lovecraft.
I don't
It's
recall
in
any
his
of this in the
Chronicles of the
collection.
Dreamlands.
Chronicles of the Dreamlands.
He
which
talks about it. Where the
which
one
is-
guy's trying to find the hidden city,
Yeah, this
and he
with
goes
the
through this whole quest about it,
yeah, the quest of Aranon.
and he never does find it, but
No, because he's an idiot.
he has
He's
to,
basically a lefty.
he has to convince the old human gods to go back to where they're supposed to be. So like Pan and Apollo, and like Nodens is a Celtic god. In our real world, Nodens was a Celtic god. In H.P. Lovecraft, Nodens is apparently an enemy of Nyarlathotep. They're not buddies. And Nodens is the one that controls all of the whatever the black flying things that don't have faces are, night gaunts.
Mhm.
He's their master. They serve him.
Yes.
So, and it doesn't really say if he's a good guy or not. Sometimes he might help a human out, and sometimes not. So, you know,
depends on whether he likes you or not.
it just depends on what's going on. I mean,
Yeah.
but a lot of those, it's Odin, or also known as Woden. Yeah, in the stories they call him Nodens, and he rides on a shell pulled by like a giant seahorse and some other monster, a dolphin or something, but monstrous. And he absolutely despises Nyarlathotep, who is Nyarlathotep is the consciousness of Azathoth. So whereas Azathoth lays dreaming in the center of the universe, and if he ever wakes up, all reality ends, Nyarlathotep is actively evil and going around, doing things. He's the one that teaches witches how to witch and all that sort of stuff. So
But
yeah,
you still haven't named Lovecraft's cat. I dare you to.
are you talking about Blackman?
His cat?
Yeah,
That's not what it was named.
it's a anagram, or not an anagram. It's a
Simile.
simile of the cat's name. Like if you watch the YouTube movie or animated comic for Rats in the Wall, they call the cat Blackman.
Okay.
We all know what the cat's name is.
But we all know what the cat's name is, so what's the point? Yeah.
I was trying to trick you into saying it.
What,
You
the
have to
N
wake
word?
up a little earlier than that to get James, I think.
Yeah, probably.
I
Still
say
funny.
the N word probably 100 times a day. Maybe more, depending on what music I'm listening to.
It doesn't count when it's a song. He's got to be saying it like that.
Because if
The
I'm
guy
listening
that-
to like some old school NWA or something,
Yeah.
I'm not that guy that's singing along and then like stops when they say the word and then picks no bullshit. Like,
I've got my
and when I
card.
listen
I'm
to
allowed to say-
Kanye, like I'm listening to Gold Digger, I don't listen to the radio version. I listen to the explicit version.
I have my card. I'm allowed to say it
Well,
whenever I want.
So yeah, anyone
Yeah, I think I may have said that word twice in my lifetime.
really?
I have my
You
card.
don't
Yeah.
listen to rap though, do you?
No, I do
I
not.
have.
Rap music's
have
for
the
weirdos.
I can't.
I earned my card.
The wrong way.
Like the reason I like dating black chicks is because I never have to worry about meeting their father.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Nice.
I'll never get over the video. How do you show people you're white without saying so? And the guy goes and changes a fire alarm smoke detector.
It changes the battery.
That's become such a huge meme. People have started adding a beeping fire alarm to like MSNBC.
No,
videos
that's
and
actually
shit.
happened on MSNBC. They were live interviewing a dude, and it just the fucking fire alarm was going off in the background.
What's up, Beelzebubba?
Beelzebubba.
He joins when the show's about to end.
Yeah.
Well,
There
I'm
was-
getting ready to leave.
There was this funny thing in New York where
So I'll catch
There's
you
a
guys
bunch of-
later.
there was a bunch of people
You ain't leaving
suing
until
the
the
Take care,
show's
James.
over.
party I'm at. There's a bunch of
You're
people
not going
suing the
nowhere.
state over not getting their teaching licenses.
I'm going, Mom.
Yeah, halfway through my story, they're suing the state over not getting a teaching license, right? And they're interviewing the guy. They said I couldn't teach art or whatever. I wasn't capable of doing the history. Chirp. I wasn't competent enough to teach chirp. It's like,
I hope
you're
your
not competent enough
granddaughter-
to change a fucking fire alarm battery. You're not competent enough to teach art history.
Hope the new granddaughter is happy and healthy and doing wonderful, Beelzebubba.
Ditto. And I hope she grows up with the competency to change a fire alarm battery. Oh.
I'm tired. I'm going to take a nap.
I'm gonna make a sandwich.
Guys, thanks for joining the show.
Absolute
Like,
pleasure as
subscribe,
always.
share, and all of that shit if you want to. I don't give a damn.
Buy a t-shirt off me, damn you.
I laugh at your kid for falling down. Like, whatever.
Yeah. I guess you can buy a t-shirt off Hungar too.
Yeah, I'm
Hopefully
sending you. I'm
grandson
sending you
is
an
doing
image
good.
later today. Hopefully, Justin, you should get a kick out of it.
Okay.
It'll make a
I'm
nice.
gonna
It'll make a
send
nice.
Shadwell
It'll
a
make a nice
picture.
red, white, and black T-shirt.
I was thinking about doing something with the four cats eating. The swastika cats. Have you seen this? Can you pull that up, Hungar?
I can't pull it up right now.
Oh, okay. It's on the Discord. If you're on the Discord, it's in the cats.
Shadwell, check out that picture I just sent you.
Hold on a sec. Got to use the other device.
It's a new shirt idea.
Nice.
I'm a bad person.
How come she's got no face? Just to be as
Oh.
generic as possible.
Because they all look the same.
Can you pull it up?
I'll send you that picture before, Justin. Don't worry about it. All right, everybody. Peace, love, and chicken grease.